So I was supposed to solo travel in Portugal for 2 weeks, but only managed 6 days. In my last vlog, you saw me arriving in Lisbon and the ups and downs that I went through of trying to settle in, but getting faced with a bunch of challenges. Why do I see a giant cockroach by the door of my hotel? Who the hell am I to solo travel? Getting emotional. But I couldn't do it and I was freaking out. Since then, I can say not much has changed. I've had sleepless nights, I've cried, I've made friends, I saw beautiful art, and I struggled a lot. Overall, it was a roller coaster of emotions that I did not expect. Let's get into it. I just checked into the Airbnb and I am in love. The Airbnb is so clean, so nice, and the host is what did it for me. She came here, met me here, she helped me carry my suitcase up the many stairs that it took to get here. We talked for like 20 minutes. She was such a nice lady. She was telling me her backstory, you know, how she came here. So overall, like, happy experience. Perhaps Airbnbs are what I needed this whole time because now I feel homey. I trust the person that lives here. Like, I'm not even worried to be here at night. Of course, I'll update you when it actually is night. I'm going to a flea market today and it's super close. I think it's only like a 12-minute walk from here, so I'm gonna definitely walk. I hope my Airbnb in Porto can compare, but see, this is my problem. Like, I need to start enjoying the present and, you know, enjoy this Airbnb and not worry about my Porto Airbnb yet because we still have like 3-4 nights here. So yeah, I need to like enjoy this and chill out. So I'm gonna shut the hell up. Yeah, let's go to the vintage market. I'm so excited. The flea market was absolutely beautiful, and I'm here having some lunch at a restaurant literally right by the flea market. It's a little overpriced in the things I've seen, but I don't know, I just wanted the experience of sitting in this busy street, and there's like a beautiful view of the ocean. I wish it was behind me so you could see, but I'll flip the camera so you could see. It's super beautiful. And yeah, I just got a lentil salad and a red wine, and I'm gonna sit here and just vibe out. day 6. I can't believe it's 6 days already that I've been here. And again, I couldn't sleep. I was up till 2 a.m. I think, well, no, like almost 4 actually. I think like being in a new place, same old story, it takes a while to settle in. Anyways, it's like a little bit past 10 a.m. I've just showered and I put on this really cute dress and it's giving like Portugal tile vibes, and I didn't intend for that. But as I put it on, I was like, maybe I should save this for the tile museum. But I'm also going to Pink Street today, and I think this could be cute for some pictures. I'm gonna probably get my breakfast at the Time Out Market. I have an apple and a croissant, so I'll probably just like have that as a little snack, because I'm gonna go grocery shopping right after I finish getting ready. And here's where things started to take a turn for the worst. I'm not sure if it was the lack of sleep or the fact that I had no one to share this experience with, but I remember feeling so sad, anxious, and overwhelmed. I decided to take a seat at this window in the bookstore and try to calm myself down, which worked for a bit, but I decided that maybe a coffee might make me feel a bit better, as it normally does, and luckily there was a coffee shop right next door. As I sat in the coffee shop, I started to feel so defeated that I was actually on Google Flights right here, looking for flights home. I was barely 1/3 way into my trip, and in that moment, I was ready to go home. I'm sitting in a coffee shop at the LX Factory. I was just at the bookstore. I don't know if it's because I didn't get enough sleep last night, like I went to bed at like 4, or if it's just because I'm just anxious, but I had had a breakdown in the library and I'm still feeling kind of emotional. Texting my family. I don't know, it's so beautiful here, but I just feel so alone and anxious all the time. I have no one to talk to, be happy about things with, and share experiences with. I'm sitting here alone talking to a camera, and yeah, I'm not really sure what I should do, but I got a coffee. I think maybe the tiredness is getting to me, so I was like, maybe if I drink some coffee it might help me a little bit, so I'll keep you updated, but I might just sit here for a bit more and draw. After devouring every last bite of my tacos, I decided to explore the art studios here. It was indoors and much quieter than how things were outside, so it really helped with the feelings of overwhelm that I was experiencing and allowed me to enjoy the cute shops and studios of all the wonderful artists and business owners. So originally, my plan on this stay was to visit a city called Sintra, specifically to see the beautiful Peanut Palace. But because of how I was feeling the day before, I just didn't feel up to it. And normally, I think I would have pushed myself to go anyways and try not to waste a single day of my trip. But a theme that I've been learning on this trip is to just take things slow and listen to what my intuition is telling me. And in that moment, I didn't feel like putting myself into another busy and touristy place with a ton of people around me. So instead, I decided to head back to Lax, the co-working space that I was in my last vlog, and just decided to catch up with work and take a day to breathe. Good morning, guys. It is 9:50 a.m. and I feel like it's been a hot minute since I talked to you, but I'm about to go on a walking tour. I will update you guys when I get home. I'm just waiting for my Uber and he's 2 minutes away. So I'll give you all the updates on the past day and a half and all the stuff that's happening. So yeah, let's go on the walking tour. It's very sweet. The art of tile making was introduced to Portugal by the Moors with the ornate ceramic tile designs. However, during the Renaissance period, Portuguese tile work began to evolve with influences from the Italian Renaissance art. During this period, the tiles were used more in places like churches, palaces, and public buildings. The Pombalan style, named after Marquis of Pombal, introduced more geometric and symmetrical designs of tile work, reflecting the architectural trends of the time, which to me also looks a lot like the popularized tile work we think of when we think of Portuguese tiles. What amazed me was the craftsmanship and artistry of each and every single tile. My goal with going here was to admire and appreciate the beautiful Portuguese art, and I left feeling super inspired with tons of ideas for my own work. Hi friends! I did my walking tour as you saw. It was amazing. It was 3 hours and I made some friends, which was really cool to meet other solo travelers, and I feel like that's what I've been lacking on this trip because obviously I wasn't staying in any hostels because I've had bad experiences with the hostels as well. Obviously, I went to the Tile Museum, which was super inspiring for me. I got some great inspo and ideas for patterns, and I just chilled and had some ice cream by the water and soaked in my last day of Lisbon because tomorrow I am headed to Porto in the morning. I wanted to quickly address the elephant in the room. I think the last time I talked on the camera other than today was a couple days ago, and that was when I was sitting at a coffee shop in LX Factory and crying. And that day, I don't know if it was the lack of sleep, and I think the lack of sleep made me emotional, but I didn't know. I was just at the height of all the emotions of the trip, and I was seriously looking at flights to go home and just fly back on the 17th with my boyfriend so we could do our part of the trip. But instead of that, we decided it would make more sense for my boyfriend to come a little earlier. So he is coming the day after tomorrow. So I'll have one night alone in Porto, and then the next day he'll be here. And part of me feels like defeated I was supposed to do 2 whole weeks solo. I only made it 1 week, but I learned my limits on this trip. This was my first solo trip, and I guess it's okay, and I'm just trying to be kind to myself. Some people love solo travel and some people don't, and it's not for everyone, and I'm proud of myself for trying it out and experiencing it, and even being here and enjoying the daytime when I did have the daytime, and actually going out and having fun and talking to people. And I think I did have an amazing time here, but I think overall I'm just super looking forward to having someone to share the experiences with, to plan with, to talk to take pictures with, to hug. Every vlog I've watched has made solo travel look so easy, and maybe that is the case. Maybe it has been easy for most people, but I'm glad I'm documenting the hard parts and am able to share those hard parts, because while it is an amazing experience and it is super fun, it is not always easy for everyone. And I hope that me being vulnerable and sharing this kind of it's not embarrassing, me sharing this side of me and my experience, I hope it could help someone. Not to scare anybody away from solo traveling. I do think you should try it if it's something that you want to try, but to just be aware of some things that might come up and some things that you might have to deal with about you, and learning yourself and knowing your limits and being prepared with how to handle them, because I definitely wasn't prepared with how to handle them. I didn't even know that I could or would feel this way. So it's definitely a big shock. So yeah, I'm going to try to continue to vlog even when he's here in Porto and update you guys on the journey. Thank you for watching my solo journey, and we'll talk soon.